I still feel 25 most of the time. I still raise a little Cain with the boys. Honky tonks and pretty women, Lord, I'm still right there with them, singing above the crowd and noise. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote it on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. Well, the truth about the mirror is that a damn old mirror don't really tell the whole truth. It don't show what's deep inside or read between the lines, and it's really no reflection of my youth. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name, knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote it on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I was a young troubadour when I wrote it on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone.
Remember when I was young, so were you, and time stood still. Love was all we knew. You were the first, and so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when we bound the vows and walked the walk, gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned life through remember when.
Everyone considered him the coward of the county. He'd never stood one single time to prove the county wrong. His mama named him Tommy, but folks just called him Yellow. Something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong. He was only 10 years old when his daddy died in prison. I looked after Tommy 'cause he was my brother's son. I still recall the final words my brother said to Tommy. Son, my life is over, yours has just begun. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. Now it don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. There's someone for everyone. Tommy's love was Becky. In her arms, he didn't have to prove he was a man. One day while he was working, the Gatlin boys came calling. They took turns at Becky, and there was 3 of them. Tommy opened up the door, saw his Becky crying. Torn dress, the shattered look was more than he could stand. He reached above the fireplace, took down his daddy's picture. As his tears fell on his daddy's face, I heard these words again. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble when you can. Now it don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. The Gatlin boys just laughed at him when he walked into the bar room. One of them got up, met him halfway across the floor. When Tommy turned around, they said, "Hey, look, old Yellow's leaving." You could have heard a pin drop when Tommy stopped and blocked the door. 20 years of crawling were bottled up inside him. He wasn't holding nothing back, he let them have it all. When Tommy left the bar room, not a Gatlin boy was standing. He said this once for Becky as he watched the last one fall. I heard him say, "I promised you, Dad, not to do the things you've done. I walk away from trouble when I can. Now please don't think I'm weak, I didn't turn the other cheek. And Papa, I sure hope you understand. Sometimes you gotta fight when you're a man." Everyone considered him the coward of the county.
You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. up my senses. Come feel me again. Come let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come let me love you. Come love me again. Senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come feel me again.
What they need, living on love. She don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, it's what you're thinking. Love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. Side on that front porch swing, living on love. He can't see anymore, and she can barely sweep the floor. But hand in hand they'll walk through that door, just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, it's what you're thinking. Love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime.
storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, it's what you're thinking. Look and walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt. We got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, a pyramid of cans in a pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about living. Never had a plan, still living for the minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Well, we fogged up the windows in my old Chevy. Well, I was willing, but she wasn't ready. So I settled for a burger and a great slow home. Dropped her off early, but I didn't go home. Down by the river on a Friday night, pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight. I'm talking about cars and dreaming about women. I never had a plan, still living for the minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Yeah. Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia ass, got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. A lot about living and a little about love.
I was a highwayman. On the coast roads I did ride, with sword and pistol by my side. Many a maiden lost her baubles to my trade. Many a soldier spent his lifeblood on my blade. Them bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I am still alive. I was a sailor, I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn in New Mexico. I went aloft and furled the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off they said that I got killed, but I am living still. I was a dam builder across the river deep and wide, where still and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound, but I am still around. I'll always be around and around and around and around and around. Thomas Gabriel.
I fly a starship across the universe divide, and when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again, or I may simply be a single drop of rain, but I will remain, and I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
The older I get, the more I think you only get a minute, better live while you're in it, 'cause it's gone in a blink. And the older I get, the truer it is. It's the people you love, not the money and stuff, that makes you rich. And if they found the fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop, and that's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get, the fewer friends I have. But you don't need a lot when the ones that you've got have always got your back. And the older I get, the better I am at knowing when to give and when to take a stand. And if they found the fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop, and that's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get. Times I've laughed and cried, they're souvenirs and little signs of the life I've lived. The older I get, the longer I pray. I don't know why, I guess that I've got more to say. And the older I get, more thankful I feel for the life I've had and all the life I'm living still.
Cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. slave.
So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true. Its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.
When I was a little bitty boy, just above 4, we used to go out to Grandma's house every month end or so. Have chicken pie and country ham, homemade butter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. Made from the feathers of 4 to 11 geese, took a whole bowl of club for the tick. It hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, figure we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire, the old folks would spit and chew. Pa would talk about the farm and the war, and my grand sing a ballad or two. I'd sit and listen, watch the fire till a cobweb filled my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. Made from the feathers of 4 to 11 geese, took a hold of the cloth for the tick. It hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, a figure we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Yeah! Well, I love my ma, I love my pa, I love Gran and Grandpa too. I've been fishing with my uncle, I wrestled my cousin, I even kissed Aunt Lou. Ooh, and if I ever had to make a choice, I guess it ought to be said, I'd trade them all plus a gal down the road for Grandma's feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. Made from the feathers of 4 to 11 geese, took a hold of the cloth for a tick. It hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, a figure we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed.
Live in Texas, and Texas is a place I dearly love to be. But all my exes live in Texas, and that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee.
Rosanna's down in Texarkana wanted me to push her broom. Sweet Eileen's over in Abilene, she forgot I hung the moon. And Allison in Galveston somehow lost her sanity. And Dimples, who now lives in Temple's, got the law looking for me. All my exes live in Texas, and Texas is a place I dearly love to be. But all my exes live in Texas, and that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. I remember that old Brazos River where I learned to swim, but it brings to mind another time where I wore my welcome fin. By transcendental meditation, I go there each night, but I always come back to myself long before daylight. 'Cause all my exes live in Texas, and Texas is a place I dearly love to be. But all my exes live in Texas, and that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Some folks think I've been hiding. There's a rumor that I died, but I'm alive and well in Tennessee.
Her telephone rang about 8:45. She heard his voice on the other end of the line. She wondered what was wrong this time. She never knew what his calls might bring. A trucker like him, it could be anything. She always expected the worst in the back of her mind. Said it's cold out here and I'm all alone. Gonna grab a back haul and then I'm headed home. I know I've been away too long. I never got a chance to ride or call. I know this job has been hard on us all, but I'll be home soon. And honey, is there something wrong? She said, don't bother coming home. By the time you get here, I'll be long gone. There's somebody new and he sure ain't no truck driving man. He said, I'm sorry it's come down to this. There's so much about you that I'm gonna miss. But it's alright, baby, if I hurry, I can still make Cheyenne. Gotta go now, baby, if I hurry, I can still make Cheyenne. He left that phone dangling off the hook, slowly turned around and gave it one last look. Then he just walked away. He aimed his rig for that Wyoming line with a little luck he could still get there in time. And in that Cheyenne wind he could still hear her say, she said, don't bother coming home. By the time you get here I'll be long gone. Somebody new and he sure ain't no truck driving man. She said, I'm sorry it's come down to this. There's so much about you that I'm gonna miss. But it's alright, baby, if I hurry I can still make Cheyenne. Gotta go now, baby, if I hurry I can still make Cheyenne. She never knew what his calls might bring. A trucker like him, it could be anything. She always expected the worst in the back of her mind.
Baby, all I've got's this beat-up leather bag, and everything I own don't fill up half. But don't you worry about the way I pack. All I care about is getting back real soon. A goodbye kiss is all I need from you. I'm carrying your love with me, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed, carrying your love with me. It's my strength for holding on. Every minute that I have to be gone, I'll have everything I'll ever need, carrying your love with me. Highway stuck out in the rain, darling, all I have to do is speak your name. The clouds roll back and the waters part, the sun starts shining in my heart for you. You're right there in everything I do. I'm carrying your love with me, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed, carrying your love with me. It's my strength for holding on. Every minute that I have to be gone, I'll have everything I'll ever need. I'm carrying your love with me. Carrying your love with me. I'm carrying your love with me, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed, carrying your love with me. It's my strength for holding on. Every minute that I have to be gone, I'll have everything I'll ever need. I'm carrying your love with me. Yeah, I'm carrying your love with me.
excuse me, but I think you got my chair. No, that one's not taken, I don't mind. You sit here, I'll be glad to share. It's usually packed here on Friday nights. Oh, if you don't mind, could I talk you out of the light? Oh, thank you. Could I drink you a bite? Oh, listen to me. What I mean is, can I buy you a drink? Anything you please. Oh, you're welcome. Well, I don't think I caught your name. Are you waiting for someone to meet you here? Well, that makes two of us. Glad you came. No, I don't know the name of the band, but they're good. Aren't they? Would you like to dance? And I like this song too. It reminds me of you and me, baby. Do you think there's a chance that later on I could drive you home? No, I don't mind at all. Oh, I like you too, and to tell you the truth, that wasn't my chair after all. Oh, I like you too, and to tell you the truth, that wasn't my chair after all.
You wiped it dry. I was confused. You cleared my mind. I sold my soul. You bought it back for me and held me up and gave me dignity. Somehow you needed me. You gave me strength to share the load again, to face the world out on my own again. Put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me. You needed me. And I can't believe it's you. I can't believe it's true. I needed you, and you were there. And I'll never leave. Why should I leave? I'll be fool. 'Cause I finally found someone who really cares. You held my hand when it was cold, when I was lost. You took me home. You gave me hope. But now I was at the end and turned my back into truth again. You even called me friend. You gave me strength to serve the Lord again, to face the world out on my own again. Take me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me, you needed me, you needed me, you needed me.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep. We took turns of staring out the window at the darkness. Boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, son, I made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. If you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle. He drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. Then the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you better learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money, but when you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows the secret to surviving, knowing what to throw away and doing what to keep. Every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. When he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, and faded off to sleep. Somewhere in the night, the gambler, he broke even, but in his final words I found an ace that I could keep. Come on. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. When that sun is hot in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking up to county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They took my saddle in Houston, Broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. I've been looking for aid when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be.
Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared neath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain that I'd have had to miss the day. Holding you, I held everything. For a moment, wasn't I the king? But if I'd only known how the king would fall, well, who's to say? I might have changed it all. And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, or the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the days. Yes, my life, oh, it's better left to change. Oh, I couldn't miss the pain, but I'd have had to miss the days.
Jimmy, please say you'll wait for me. I'll grow up someday, you'll see. Saving all my kisses just for you. Signed with love forever true.
Johnny was a girl
wrote me a note one day, and this is what she had to say.
Jimmy, please say you'll wait for me. I'll grow up someday, you'll see. Saving all my kisses just for you. Signed with love, forever true.
Slowly I read her note once more. Then I went over to the house next door. Her teardrops fell like rain that day, when I told Johnny what I had to say. Johnny, Johnny, please don't cry. You'll forget me by and by. You're just 15, I am 22. And Johnny, I just can't wait for you. Soon I left our little hometown, got me a job and tried to settle down. But this word kept haunting my memory, the words that Johnny said to me.
Jimmy, please say you'll wait for me. I'll grow up someday, you'll see. Saving all my kisses just for you. Signed with love, forever true.
I packed my clothes and I caught a plane. I had to say, Johnny, I had to explain how my heart was filled with her memory, and asked my Johnny if she marry me. I ran all the way to the house next door, but things weren't like they were before. My teardrops fell like rain that day, when I heard what Johnny had to say.
Jimmy, Jimmy, please don't cry. You'll forget me by and by. It's been 5 years since you've been gone. Jimmy, I married your best friend John. Just another woman in love, get out of school, fire of control. Just another fool. You touch me and away, I can't wait away. I can't wait to feel you touch and be again. You know I'm just another woman, just another woman in love. So pardon me if I should stare, I tremble like a child. That wondering look all over your face is driving me wild.